Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a complete new series here on Pillar to Post. I am your host, Pete Wall, and today begins a special series here on Pillar to Post. It is Wrestle Talk. Now, what is Wrestle Talk all about? It's all about Big Dog Wrestling. This is all through the PS4, 2K17. I have combined Facebook wrestlers among YouTube wrestlers. We are joining forces to create the indie fed known as Big Dog Wrestling. Now, what is this show going to do? Well, we are going to do a lot of things here. We're going to recap what's gone on week to week here in Big Dog Wrestling, as well as interview the managers and superstars of the Facebook wrestlers, as well as the YouTube wrestlers. Now, I'm going to set up interviews weekly, and I'm hoping that both sides want to take place and participate in this new series. We've got a total of 50 superstars already enrolled, and that is mainly from the Facebook side. That is from the Wrestler Unstoppable community. They're huge wrestling fans over there. They enjoy the game, they enjoy the app, and they wanted to take place in this new form of entertainment here on Pillar to Post, and I am happy that so many joined. I'm happy with the ones that joined from the YouTube side, but I need more. Okay? We've got two brands going at the moment. The first one is going to debut as Big Dog Wrestling The Pit. That will take place Friday at 6 p.m. here on Pillar to Post live. Now, I'm going to introduce a lot of the characters. Now, some of you are going to comment and say stupid shit about the names that they have chosen. I ask you to be polite and look at it as an indie series like we are having. Okay? There's no need to be rude or belligerent or a complete moron. This is Wrestle Talk, man. Okay? Everyone can start off with a name and build on it, or they enjoy the name. It doesn't matter to me. I've been around the Facebook wrestling community for going on 12 years. I know almost every single person that signed up. There are a few that I don't, but I know most of them that did. And they are great people, and once you get to know them, you're going to love them just as much as I do. So we're going to start off with a tag team. They are known as Alpha and Omega, and they form the tag team Alpha Omega. They are freaks of nature, powerhouses in the ring, and they are going to put on a great show for us. Now, I didn't write any of the names down. I got them on my PS4 here, so I'm going through the roster right now on PS4. Next one up, Angelina. She's going to be a member of the female roster. I can see good things coming from her. She's got a good look. Let's see how she does in the ring, though. Bubs, a very well-known name in Wrestler Unstoppable. Same with Buckshot. Buckshot is a good friend of mine. He actually took over the federation that I was running on Facebook. He's done a very good job for himself. He is a multi-fed owner. He's got a great mind for the business, and I'm glad he took a shot at joining Big Dog Wrestling. Canadian Enforcer. Me and Big Canadian Enforcer know each other very well. We got a storied history, and I can't wait to renew the feud that we once started so long ago and has never ended to this day. Now, outside of wrestling, me and him are good friends, but when it comes to wrestling, shit's going to hit the fan. Devilish, another devious mother. He is been around for a long time. He's a big dude. I went looking and searching for Mountain Among Men, and these guys are freaking beasts. Devilish is one of them. DAWG, another good friend of mine, puts on a great show. He's got a mouth on him like you would not believe. Enzo Amore has nothing on the DAWG. Here's one that kind of sounds weird, but bear with me. Crypto Zoo Mahler. I'm not quite familiar with him. He is a newcomer when it comes to me knowing my wrestlers. but it is good to have him on board. I cannot wait to see what he does in the ring. Doom, one half of another tag team known as... Damn it, I'll get Harbingers of Doom. His tag team partner, Harbinger. Freaks. They are also a part of a what do you call it? A faction. They are known as the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. Now it is Doom, Harbinger, and Alpha and Omega. These are the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. So we got a faction involved, but they make two tag teams separately. Doug Bishop, not quite familiar with the name. He's got a great look to him. Looks like a good fighter. Can't wait to see him in the ring. Dwayne D. Bathtub. Don't know what to make of this guy, but he's on board, and I'm glad to have him on board. Eva Bloodyard. She looks kind of freaky. I like it. I think we're going to see good things from her in the female division. El Maestro. Another big mountain of a man. He is going to do damage inside the ring, and I believe he will be debuting in the pit. Fantastic Freak. Also a big dude. I believe he stands close to 6'9". A little bit of a freaky looking dude, but then, you know, that is his name, the Fantastic Freak. Tough as they come. Good wrestler. He's got a great history in the Facebook wrestling app. I'm glad he's on board. Gator Dean. Never met him before, but I'm glad he's on board. The Greek Warrior. The Greek Warrior was well known in the Facebook wrestling app. He's done a lot of big things in there. He's won a lot of titles. But when it comes to Big Dog Wrestling, all that does not matter. Okay? Your titles from your past, gone out the window. This is Big Dog Wrestling. You are going to have to earn your spot. I already called him out. Harbinger. Huntress. She's a freak, and she likes to get her freak on inside that wrestling ring. You women are going to have to be careful when she comes into the ring because she's looking to hurt someone. Then we've got Judgment, another good friend of mine. He's done a lot of things in the Facebook wrestling app. I can't wait to see what he's going to do here in Big Dog Wrestling. He's got a little bit of a new look. I couldn't match up what he looked like in Facebook wrestling, but I already warned these guys things weren't going to be as they were. There's going to be slight changes to your character because it doesn't always work out. Cara Young. Cara Young is a member here on YouTube somewhere. I can't remember her. I think she's just a viewer. But I welcomed her on board. And let's see who else we got here. Mike Steele Jr., the very eccentric Mike Steele Jr. This guy, he's a good friend of mine. I've done radio with him. I have done a lot of wrestling with him. And he's been one of my GMs in my eFed. This guy can do it all inside and out of the ring. And on top of that, the guy is a great finish rapper. Can't wait to see what he's going to do here in Big Dog Wrestling. Moonshine Bo. Very new to the guy. He's got a great look to him. He's one of them freaky looking sons of bitches. But it all matters what you do inside the ring here in Big Dog. Mordecai. This is my guy. I'm his manager. Mordecai, he's been through it all. He has won championships in FBW and Wrestler Unstoppable. He started the very first federation in the wrestling app, Wrestler Unstoppable. And he's done eFeds for quite a long time. I'm glad that I was able to bring him on board. Let's see. Paisley. Paisley is another YouTuber viewer that asked to have her signed up, so I did it. Queen Bitch, or as she spells it, Queen Biatch. Great look, great woman, tough as nails. The women division is going to have to watch their back. The women in the locker room definitely going to have to watch this woman. Red Rum. very, very distant friend of mine. Just we'll keep it on, friendly terms just because he's a little bit of an asshole. Red Rainer, you know him as my co-host on Shooting from the Hip. He has also joined Big Dog Wrestling. I cannot wait to see what we do. We actually formed a tag team. Raven, also from the Facebook app. Rick Brutal, or I should say Hollywood Rick Brutal. Great friend of mine. He's done a lot for Big Dog Wrestling on the wrestling app itself. Now he's going to do it some more here on YouTube. Ricky Hot Rock. He is a radio personality as well as a wrestler. I cannot wait to listen to what he does. I believe he said tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on the radio. Going to tune in. And I can't wait to see what he's going to do here on Big Dog Wrestling. Riley Harris is another woman that's going to be putting the locker room on notice when she steps inside that ring. Shell Kneebreaker. Tough as nails. She is also another one to watch out in the women's locker room. Sergeant Stryker. Short. He's got a good look to him. He's got a good physique. And I cannot wait to see how he's going to be flying off those ropes. The Seeker. Another very eccentric man. I had to ask him to put on some tights. This sumbitch wanted to wrestle naked. I begged him, please put your tights on, man. Nobody needs to see that. Shockwave. Shockwave is my wife's character and also a very big deal back in Wrestler Unstoppable and Facebook Wrestling. The Nightmare, known as Sin. He is my, what should I call him? Associate. I will be managing him. Starshot. A former boxer turned wrestler. Now, rumors tell me that he's killed in the ring in Germany. I don't know if these rumors are true, but we're going to find out what he can do in the ring. Now, he asked me if he could wear his boxing gloves inside the ring, and I said absolutely not. This might be the Indies, but this is not a boxing tournament or a boxing match. Get your ass into that locker room, tape up your fists if you want, but leave the boxing gloves where they belong. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to get this next woman's name right. She's got a very strange name. Speranzala. Beautiful, but a very strange name to pronounce. I think I got it right. Speranzala. Next one up, Skull Ripper. And then we have Stash. And if you are going to look at the name Stash, you know what he's into. You know he's got some kind of stash hiding in his locker or in his tights. He's going to try and take breaks during his match to smoke one up. Ain't going to happen, buddy. I'm your GM now. Stubby, another good friend of mine. He is from England. He is a powerhouse in the ring. He's a great general manager, and he has done almost everything you can think of in that ring. Suki McHaggis. Now, she's not Irish, but she sure as hell can drink like one. Tara Storm, another good friend of mine, an Aussie. And Thunder Chops, the tag team partner of one, Sin. These two are going to do some damage. Another Aussie and the husband of Tara Storm. See, who else do we got? We have Tyler Black here on YouTube.com. He is a great podcaster, a good friend, or at least I like to think he's a good friend. And he joined the roster here on YouTube. Venom, the tag team partner of Red Rum. They combined forces to form Sinister Saints. And then the big dude, War Dog. This guy is mean looking. He is out there for one thing, and that is to win the war at all costs. And what is on the line when he's looking to win the war? He wants one thing. He wants that big dog title. Last but not least, Wrestling Mama. Wrestling Mama is also a good friend of mine. She has been around the business for years. I'm glad to have her on board. That is your complete roster at this point. I might have left a couple of names out. I'm not sure. But if I have, I'm a goon. I'm an idiot. You can call me whatever. Now, to kind of fill you in how things are going to work. I'm going to work Big Dog Wrestling like I'm kind of working the fantasy booking of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So what's going to take place is we're going to have a heavyweight over on the Pit, and then whatever I decide is the other brand, we're going to have a heavyweight there. Those champions will defend those titles at every pay-per-view, and then they will, if they retain, they will move on to the main event, and they will wrestle for the undisputed Big Dog Championship title. We will have a United States champion and a Canadian champion, because one show, it will be held in Canada. The other will be held in the U.S. So we will have a Canadian championship, and we will have a U.S. title for the mid-card. We will have a tag team division on both shows. And lastly, the women's division will be given a title for each brand as well, because frankly, I'm going to do it the same way I'm doing with the heavyweight title, because I think the women's title should be standing on par with the men's title, the heavyweight title. So it will be called the women's heavyweight title, and they will face each other at every pay-per-view to decide who will be the undisputed champion. So that is basically the rundown on how things work. Now, I'm not going to let you know which brand you're on exactly. I already have it decided, but I'm not going to give you that notice as of yet. I think it should be a surprise when we go live Friday at 6 to find out which brand you're going to be on, or complain because you weren't given airtime on the debut show. But you got to think about it this way. Both brands are debuting the same week, Friday and Saturday. So, now, like I said, what I plan on doing, now, if you want to do a promo, this is the show where the promos are going to be done on, okay? Because I do the Indie League live stream. So there's no way I can do this by adding and editing and putting in promo pieces for the wrestlers. So this is the show where the promos will be done. You can either do it live here on Pillar to Post by calling me through Skype, or I'm calling you, and we have you as a special guest here on Pillar on Wrestle Talk. Or it can be done through a recorded message that I play here on Wrestle Talk. That is all up to you. I would like to have you on live, but if I can't have you on live, I'll take you any way I get you. Now, I want to make something very clear. I cannot make your wrestlers identical to what you have in the wrestling app, okay? It is impossible. The WWE 2K17 doesn't have this exact same attire that you will have on your wrestling app. It does not work that way. So, with some, I've come very close, and with some, I've had to deviate just a little bit, because either there's been a few characters with the exact same outfit, or they just didn't have your outfit or the style or even close to what you wear within 2K17. So, I do apologize for that. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's what I have to do. And you also just have to look at it as this is the independent league. This isn't where you are now. This is where you are coming from. Okay? So, I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to be commentating on every episode. I'm going to be trying to make it as exciting as possible. I'm going to be getting into my character. I will be the gruff and loud commentator that you will hear this coming Friday and Saturday. I don't know if I'll step into my Mordecai role or if I step into just being me and just being loud and being gruff and angry sounding. Don't know yet, but I'm going to make it entertaining, okay? So that's what this is all about, entertaining everyone having a good time and having fun with what we're doing. So that was it for Wrestle Talk here on Pillar to Post. This is Big Dog Wrestling, and it is Team 7th Circle that did the logo that you're seeing on the screen. A good friend of mine from England, Marcus Marshall. I thank him very much for doing that, and it is a very old one. You can actually go to teespring.com and find that on a t-shirt. That's how old it is. It was up there like a long time ago, and he did that years ago for me. So I believe that logo is going on 9-10 years. So I want to thank him for doing that. He also created the title you see above that. I'm going to try and get the Big Dog titles onto the game so that way they can be one-offs and original to the game. That is it for Wrestle Talk. I thank you who joined me. I hope you enjoy it. And if you are interested here on YouTube, viewers, podcasters, whatever, or just, viewers at all, viewers or podcasters alike are welcome to sign up their wrestler. If you already have one created or you would like me to create one for you, just post in the comment below and I will get on it right away, and hopefully you'll be ready to go on the debut show. If not, we'll make sure that you are on next week's show. Thank you very much for joining me. I am Pete Wall, as always. This is Wrestle Talk here on Pillar to Post, and this is all about Big Dog Wrestling. So, if you think this is kind of weird that you tuned in and you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, that's no problem, man. Just ask or watch. Have a good night, everyone, and remember, tomorrow night, WWE Money in the Bank, and I will be reviewing the results of that show right after the pay-per-view ends. Have a good night, all.